Welcome into Kitchen Talk Pickleball Edition. I'm your host, Caitlin Miller, and this week joining us is Scott Brown. He's the managing director of Centerline Athletics, a pickleball apparel brand that you and I are both repping right now. I love to see it, Scott. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Caitlin. Looking forward to chatting with you, sharing a little bit more about Centerline Athletics.
Yes, yeah, for sure. So, Scott, first off, I just love to hear people's stories about how they got into the pickleball industry, you specifically with pickleball apparel with Centerline. So, tell us a little bit just about your background and how you ended up here.
Yeah, it's not terribly exciting, but the journey kind of goes all the way back to spending 20 years at Nike, 14 different roles at Nike, everything from demand planning, forecasting, footwear development to sales to 8.5 years actually living and working over in Southeast Asia, overseeing and managing Nike's footwear as well as some apparel factories during the time I spent with them. And then I was really, really fortunate to have an opportunity to work directly with Phil Knight on launching, at the time, his concept written on the back of a napkin called Nike ID, which is now Nike for You, represents about 30% of Nike's online business. And I was the fourth member of a team that was taking his concept and building an entire business wrapped around that concept of customization for product, figuring out how to break the paradigm of factories building thousands of units of the very same thing to building a unit of one for a specific consumer and being able to ship items of a single pair of shoes from an origin in Southeast Asia to a consumer cost effectively. So did that for about 4.5 years, and we grew that business to about 87 million. And that's really where I got the bug for entrepreneurship. Before I left Nike, I was in charge of their, at the time, about a $4.5 billion supply chain from consumer to reverse logistics for Southeast Asia, 13 countries. I left Nike and took a complete left turn, joined a few other folks, and had a software consulting business. And big surprise, one of our biggest clients was Nike.
Oh my
Did that for
gosh.
about 9 years, where we offered services from business intelligence to website creation, creative resources, and consulting for staff members on site at a variety of different, primarily Pacific Northwest companies. I then took another left turn and joined two other folks and started a business in the fintech space, kind of leveraging my background with regards to time spent in Southeast Asia and working with suppliers of raw materials as well as finished products and all the challenges that they face with regards to moving that product from kind of origin to destination and seeing a lot of cost impacts, and have a number of patents on technology solutions that allow businesses to process payments at about 70% cost savings versus going through the traditional banking. Um, and then someone reached out to me and said, "Hey, I've got this really interesting opportunity. I can't tell you much about it, and it's kind of it's in product. Are you interested?" I mean, that was about the long and the short of it. And I was kind of hovering over the delete button, thinking it was spam, and said,
Yeah.
"That's interesting. I kind of miss product. I've been doing technology, and that's not really my passion when product is." So I answered the email and said, "Tell me more." And that turned into this particular opportunity in which the investors behind Centerline, based out of Wisconsin, had been working with a consultative firm for about 18 months, exploring the opportunity of pickleball, which 2 years ago was, really starting to ramp up and continues to do so at a very high velocity. And spoke with them and said, "Hey, I'm up for a challenge. I miss product. This would be fantastic. I can leverage my background and all my different aspects of tools in my tool belt." And they asked me to kind of, take the learnings from the consultancy, create a team, bring the brand to life, launch it, build a collection, and start to scale. And here we are today with a team of remote folks that totals seven. We're growing rapidly, and I'll kind of pause there and take the rest of your questions.
Let's take a quick moment to share with you my go to gear on the pickleball court. Centerline Athletics makes player focused apparel built for the court. Their fabrics are SPF protected, quick cooling, and super breathable with that airlight feel. The Grip Tech technology is clutch. You can wipe away that sweat in the middle of a match and stay locked in. Every detail is designed and tested by players for maximum performance. So go grab your Centerline Athletics apparel and use code Miller for 20% off everything. All right, now let's get back to it. Yeah, no, that's a crazy background, Scott. You have, I feel like, experience in all realms, which I'm sure really has helped you build a business essentially from the ground up and to be so successful in an industry, that's always evolving because it is so new and it's growing so quickly. And so that's amazing to hear. And just, I mean, with Centerline Athletics, I mean, wearing their products, the quality is so amazing. And I know you guys, in order to have a brand like you do, you go through rigorous testing and stuff to make sure it's great for pickleball players. So tell us a little bit just about that process and what you do to put out the high quality apparel that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. So, our ethos is build great product and they will come, if you will. So, without great product, you can have the best marketing, you can have the best contacts, you can connect with consumers. And, if the product isn't there, then, you really don't have a leg to stand on, so to speak. So, to your point, our drive is community based. It's rooted in pickleball. Many of our teammates play it. A lot of our partners and athletes we work with are just like yourself, even are extremely passionate about pickleball. And we really want to outfit everybody as an athlete. So we've taken cues from many of the large brands, even ones I've worked for, and really apply the I guess the methodology of designing product for athletes, both male and female. So everything, as you said, that we put out there is done from scratch. There's no kind of templated type of product. We spend a lot of time working with folks that are everything from just enthusiasts to pros. We put our product on them, ask them to play in it, ask them to give us feedback. And I think what's most important about us, not just because we're new, but because we're open to it, is we listen. What is the feedback? What's missing? What do you like? What do you hate about other brands? What do people not do? How can we kind of take great things from great brands and amalgamate those into excellent product? So we're always looking at premium quality materials, incorporating functionality, whether it be wear, whether it be movement, whether it be everything from SPF 30 to storage management. And that's the product that we put out there because we want to be proud of that. And that's our foundation. And on top of that, we layer in a number of different things from partnerships to working with great people to constantly kind of listening and making sure that we're elevating our product on a constant basis to create a collection.
A quick break to tell you about something that helps me stay on the court longer and recover way faster. It's called Kineon. If you're dealing with knee or back pain like myself, tight shoulders, or just general soreness from playing a lot of pickleball, their recovery tools are a total game changer. The Move Plus Pro uses red light therapy to reduce inflammation, relieve pain, and help your body heal faster. And it's small enough to fit in your pickleball bag. Kineon also has a trigger point therapy tool that's designed to relieve muscle tension, break up those tight spots, and improve mobility with targeted pressure. To save 10% on these life-changing products, use code Caitlin or scan the QR code on the screen right in front of you. From pain to possible, get back to doing what you love both on and off the court. Now back to the show. And that's the thing too. I mean, you guys obviously are a great team yourself, but you have several partnerships now that I really feel like have taken you to the next level. Obviously, you had to have the product, but now you have these amazing partnerships with like Duper, USA Pickleball. I mean, I feel like the list goes on and on with a lot of the huge names in the pickleball industry. So, how important are these partnerships to you and your company?
Yeah, they're really critical. It's kind of a three-legged stool, if you will. It starts with product. Secondarily, it's community. And third, it's partnerships. So we really want to pay attention to the community. We want to recognize that everybody has a different need for the product that they wear, whether it's, performance for athletes, whether it's just fit and feel and finish and storage management. So we want to constantly, as I was saying, listen to that consumer and build great product that you'll see nothing on our product that says pickleball, though that's our heart and our soul. We're developing and designing that product so that it's widely applicable. And we're starting to grow beyond pickleball to, if you will, penetrate different verticals such as tennis, padel, running, um, basketball, just going to the gym. And then, from a partnership perspective, you named a few of them. So we have USA Pickleball, APP, Association of Pickleball Players. We have NPL, National Pickleball League, Duper, the ratings app folks, MILP. So we're really covering the gambit of teens to seniors with regards to our consumer base through those partnerships. We also partner with Lifetime. You'll start to see us in their locations. We also
Amazing.
have Pickleball Kingdoms. We're in 7 of those locations now and growing with them nationwide. We work with Court Kings as well, who's a great partner. They install courts across the nation. We're doing a co-branded application with them as a team partner. Then we just went live last week on Nordstrom.com and
Wow.
starting to work with some other big box retailers.
Wow, that's amazing. You guys are growing so fast. And I think it's just nice too. Like you and I literally met at a convention. Like that's a nice thing about the pickleball industry. It's growing so fast, but you tend to see, the same faces every few months at the events that we're going to, the tournaments, the conventions, whatever it may be. So what has been, just your favorite part about working in the pickleball industry versus, everything else that you've done in your career?
Oh, yeah, interesting question. It's the people. I have not met anyone within the pickleball kind of community, if you will, and that's a broad brushstroke, that hasn't been just a fantastic person with a ton of passion, loves playing the game, and is about networking. And so for me, I'm a huge, people person and love to build networks. And these networks that, even our relationship going back to meeting at a PGA event, which has now become a big partner for us as well, the PGA, and we're starting to get into golf courses and what I call stick sports for our
Yes.
product. So stay tuned for what I'm calling a cross sport collection of new products
Amazing.
coming up here in the new year. But back to your question and why you asked it's about the kind of the community, and it's about the networking and going to these events and showing up in person and being able to bring our product and let people put their hands on makes all the difference in the world. And it's been really enjoyable because a lot of those relationships have turned into more connections and different networking and new partnerships, which has been great for us.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And I'm sure too, like, I know you launched a program where you're also, sponsoring athletes and then you have pros now wearing your gear. I mean, what's it like to, there wasn't a lot of pickleball apparel options even 1 to 2 years ago. And now you get to see these people wearing your product on the court. What is that like?
Yeah, I mean, it's really rewarding. It's a testament to back at the very beginning, the product that we developed. People aren't going to wear it if it isn't great product. They're not going to be willing to post about it, wear, tell their friends, come back and buy more. So for us, that means that we're doing something right. And we want to kind of continue to repeat that, but also build these relationships in a way that tells and not only tells and communicates, but actually through actions solidifies our relationships and our dedication to the community.
I think something super important, especially about your dedication, is someone that wears Centerline almost every time I play. I mean, you guys have really cool technology. You guys have the SPF protection, which is awesome, just being out in the sun all the time and playing. But then also the grip tech technology where, I could be sweating out on the court and you can actually like wipe the sweat off on the skirt. I mean, talk to me. These are like features at least I haven't seen in the pickleball industry with other apparel companies using. So, where did these ideas, I guess, tell me a little bit about some of these concepts and where they came from?
Yeah, so, besides what we've described already around just building great product that's premium in its nature by the attribute of the material itself, we're very focused on innovation. We have an amazing product team that has decades of experience working with a lot of the big brands and globally, and so we're drawing from that experience, but also we're looking forward at new innovations in just raw material and fabrics. And then engaging with the community that we have, whether they be ambassadors, affiliates, influencers, and players, and starting to really kind of get from them, what are you missing? So we have like you said, we have SPF 30 on our products. This particular layer wear hoodie is water resistant, as well as incorporating antimicrobial in the materials. So as you said, sweat in it, throw it in the back of your car. You don't get that dusky smell in there. You can kind of rewear it. Not that I recommend rewearing it without washing it,
Yeah.
but you will have a lack of kind of odor from our products. We also have our Airlight collection is being really well known by runners, for example, because it has that SPF attribute to it, but it's also moisture wicking 15 minutes, give or take, from fully, just kind of wet to dry. Let the technology, kind of take you where you want to go and how you want to play. The grip tech, for example, that you cited, that's from our innovation team, really looking at and listening to the players and what they're looking for. If you have wet hands, what you want to grip a club or a golf club or a racket, or even going to the gym and working out, it gives that option to somebody, whether it's in the cuffs of our long sleeve of our tees, or it's, as you said, on the side panels of the women's skirt and the men's shorts. You have the ability to kind of wipe that hand dry, let the technology dissipate that moisture. We're also incorporating it going forward into the interior pockets of some of our product.
Okay.
So, that's going to add different functionality as well. And you'll start to see even more innovations coming up as we get into 2026 with the launch of new products that, incorporate dresses, polos, sport tops, women's shorts, straight leg pants, quarter zip, full zip. So we're really broadening that collection and incorporating a lot of this technology.
That's amazing, and I love the new fall colors that have come out too. You just
Oh, thank you.
expanded so many different colors. They're awesome. And also like I give you a lot of credit too. I feel like you're on the road a lot, right? Like you've been to music festivals for Centerline, like we talked about the conventions, the tournaments. I mean, how important is it to you to, make those connections in the community and to really travel and put yourself out there to be a successful business?
Yeah, we found that especially, for an apparel brand, I'll take a step back and just say it's really difficult to bring an apparel brand to market and stand out and provide a competitive advantage and communicate with consumers digitally in our, existing world without the ability for a consumer to touch and feel your product. You have a disconnect. So the importance is it's critical to our success to be able to be in front of people, to seed product, but to speak to product and kind of tell them, like, this conversation is doing about the attributes of the product, and give them a reason to care. Why would they want to come and see us or buy our product or even wear it? So yeah, it's really important. And yeah, we're on the road quite a bit and deliberately at a variety of different venues. We haven't just stuck to, attending pickleball tournaments, which is really important for us. And even some of our partnerships, by the way, are incorporating staff wearing our product, as well as selling our product at events. Gives us a greater reach because we are a really small team.
And what would you say? I mean, obviously things are moving so fast and it's going awesome for you. I feel like Centerline's one of the main pickleball apparel brands, which I'm so excited for you guys. But what has been, would you say, just the most challenging part of this experience? Like you said, bringing a new brand to market?
That in and of itself is the biggest challenge. It's the biggest hurdle, because it's awareness, it's brand recognition, it's a reason to a consumer to buy us versus some of the big name brands out there like Lulu or Biore or Nike, etc. So that's really been the largest challenge for us. And so these communities, these partnerships are very thoughtful and strategic to be able to address that in a way that hits on all of those points as we, scale the business. And then just that recognition of the product itself, whether it be product reviews, which are really critical for us, people wearing our product, telling their friends and family, or themselves buying more, helps us in itself build a foundation to be recognized, to be able to get on Nordstrom's online, for example, to be able to start to engage with some of these other big box retailers that we're working with to develop those partnerships with Lifetime, which, by the way, stay tuned for the Lifetime Open in Georgia this weekend. All the players will be outfitted in Centerline Airlight products. We
Wow.
did a nice partnership there. We're the partner for the Lifetime Open. You're also going to see our very first TV commercial. It'll go nationwide this weekend on ESPN and uh, Fox Sports, as well as the Pickleball
Wow.
Network. So yeah, it's starting to build. The momentum is building, and instead of me reaching out to as many people as I could possibly find that will pick up my phone call or answer my
Yeah.
email, we're starting to see inbound inquiries now, which is terrific. That's also starting to kind of see the balance, which will help us scale even further.
That's amazing. The Lifetime Open too. I have some friends working for Lifetime putting it on, and I know some people playing in it. So to just have the opportunity to give all those players a chance, to wear your product and to see what it feels like. Because I swear, when I wear those Airlight tees or the tanks, it's like you literally don't feel like you even have anything on. It's so light. It doesn't prevent you from hitting, a certain shot or anything like that, like some other brands that I've used are. So that's huge. And then obviously a commercial on ESPN. I mean, you can't beat that. That's amazing, Scott. I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, and appreciate you being such a steadfast supporter of our product and constantly giving us great feedback too, because a lot of feedback you've given us, we're incorporating in new designs, such as new athletic fit versions of our product, right? So people are telling us, hey, we love your product, but what about you know the sleeves being a little tighter, or bringing it in around the chest to provide an athletic fit. So again, we're really listening, and we're investing the time and effort. And I think one of the other things too that we've been able to do is create a supply chain, which means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But typical apparel companies are 12 to 18 months away from an idea to having that product in market. We've shrunk that down to 4 months. So we can be a lot closer to market. We can listen, and we can incorporate that feedback into new designs, testing new products, and getting it out there for people to be able to use, which allows us to be a lot more relevant.
Totally, definitely. And like for someone listening that, let's say, has a business idea, and pickleball might not be apparel, but for an industry that's so ever it's changing, it's evolving, it's growing so quickly, what advice from the lessons you've learned just being in the industry for a few years, what advice would you give to them?
Yeah, I mean, it may be just common sense, but really, you know, take a moment to build a holistic strategy, understand the reason why you want to attack the market. What do you feel like differentiates your brand or your product or your service even from others? Because it is becoming a pretty cluttered marketplace. Unless you're able to stand out or actually solve a problem that hasn't yet been solved, small or big or complicated or simplified. Those are the questions to ask yourself. And then just ask a lot of questions. Reach out to folks and network. It's amazing, when you ask the question or you open up a conversation with somebody, how many people are just willing to help or give you feedback or be supportive in introducing you to other people. Just don't be fearful of saying, hey, I'm not sure. do you have an answer to this question, or do you have an opinion? And really listen. There's a lot of people out there that, my idea is the right idea, and it's just like we're going to put heads down. I think being able to listen and take criticism constructively and pivot. That's the other thing that I would say is be willing to pivot quickly. That's something that I've learned the hard way, is that when you feel like you've done the appropriate research and you stick with a strategy and you don't pay attention to the warning signs that maybe your strategy is taking you down the wrong path, and you're willing to risk and pivot, um, that will pay dividends later on.
Yeah, and to someone, listening that wants to try the products that we have on and look into, just all the different apparel that you guys have to offer, how can they do so? Or if they want to become an ambassador or and interested in reaching out.
Yeah, come see us at centerlineathletics.com. Your first order is 15% off when you sign up. Feel free to reach out to us. There's a contact us link if you'd like to be an ambassador. We love to engage with the new folks and seed product if you meet our criteria. And also, we have a program on our website that you'll find on the bottom left of the landing page where we're really engaging with clubs, whether they be university clubs, whether they be recreational clubs. We love to talk to those folks and outfit them in uniforms. We also have a co-branding capability. So if you want to put your logo somewhere on our product, we're willing to do that and work with you on that too. So yeah, we'd love to see you and love to work with you.
Yes, I highly recommend to go check them out. And Scott, it was so nice having you on. Obviously, you and I work together a lot, but actually being able to hear your full background and story and just kind of, your whole story through pickleball and how well you guys are doing. It's been so awesome to hear. So thank you so much, Scott, for coming on, and stay tuned to see who will join us in the kitchen next time.